As the lights dimmed on the bustling set of Hunan TV's Mid-Autumn Festival Gala stage in Changsha, a hush fell over the crew and a select group of fans lucky enough to snag invites. Imagine you're there, squeezed into the front row, heart pounding like a drum in one of those epic C-drama soundtracks, because tonight, September 24th, 2025, wasn't just another variety show taping. It was a full-circle moment, a glittering reunion that felt like the final chapter closing on years of on-screen magic. Shen, the effervescent queen of heartfelt romances, stepped out under those spotlights, her smile as radiant as the moon the festival honors. And right beside her, miles away, her co-star from the soul-stirring New Life Begins, looking every bit the charming time traveler he played, with that signature dimpled grin that could melt ancient ice caps. But wait, did you catch the whisper rippling through the crowd? Dylan Wang's name was on everyone's lips too. The brooding F4 heir from Meteor Garden, who shares a forever bond with Shen in the hearts of fans worldwide. What if this performance wasn't just a duet, but a bridge across their shared universes? Stick with me, and let's unpack this night like we're flipping through a fan-edited highlight reel, pausing at the moments that make you hit replay. Picture the build-up. It's been 6 years since Shen and Miles Wei first sparked chemistry as Tong Xiaoyu and Lu Yanji in New Life Begins, that 2022 gem where a quirky girl crash lands into a scholarly world of chain strings and quiet confessions. 26 fans still swoon over their bakery banter and those rain-soaked reunions, the kind of slow-burn romance that leaves you scrolling Weibo at 2 a.m. for more. Fast forward to 2025, and Shen Yu's plate is fuller than a mid-autumn mooncake, wrapping one day in July, just days earlier on September 21st, a tale of fleeting summer loves that had her channeling raw, sun-kissed vulnerability. 21, she's fresh off fan meets in Malaysia, where screams echoed her every wave, and now here she is, trading script pages for stage lights. But why Miles? Why now? Ask any Huawei shipper, that's you, if you've ever screamed at their chemistry clips, and they'll tell you it's destiny. The Gala producers knew it too, reuniting them for a special medley performance that blended their old hits with fresh twists, a nod to the final chapter of their on-screen era as filming seasons wind down across the industry. And Dylan? Oh, he's the wild card in this deck, the guy whose intense gaze in Meteor Garden first catapulted Shen to stardom back in 2018. Even if he wasn't physically on that stage, spoiler, he sent a surprise video shout-out that had everyone clutching their phones. His shadow loomed large, fans drawing invisible lines between the three stars like a cosmic love triangle. What would it be like if they all shared the mic? Would sparks fly, or would it be the ultimate bromance turned trio harmony? The stage erupted as the opening chords hit, a lush fusion of guzheng and modern synth, echoing the ethereal vibe of New Life Begins. Shen emerged first, in a flowing Hanfu-inspired gown of crimson silk that caught the light like autumn leaves in freefall. Her hair cascaded in loose waves, a far cry from the bob she rocked in her latest drama, but every bit as enchanting. Have you ever felt like time looped back on itself? She asked the audience, her voice soft yet carrying like a secret shared over tea. The crowd leaned in. Yes, Shen, we have, especially when you and Miles light up our screens. Then, cue the entrance, Miles Wei, striding on in a tailored black suit with subtle embroidery nodding to Qing Dynasty scholars, his eyes locking onto hers with that practiced ease born from months of shared close-ups. They launched into a cover of Up in the Air, Shen Yu's solo from earlier promotions that had already gone viral for its soaring vocals and wistful lyrics about loves that drift just out of reach. 12, but this wasn't solo anymore. Miles harmonized on the bridge, his baritone weaving through her melody like threads in a tapestry, turning the song into a dialogue. Imagine the chills, her high notes floating upward, his grounding the descent, their hands brushing mid-chorus, as if scripted by fate. Fans in the back row were live-tweeting furiously, "Is this the sequel we deserve?" While you, hypothetical front-row dweller, might have whispered to your neighbor, "Play it again, but make it eternal." But let's pause the playback. What makes this feel like a final chapter? It's the timing, isn't it? Shen Yu's One Day in July rap party was still buzzing in her Insta stories, cast selfies with confetti and tear-streaked laughs, when she jetted to Changsha for this. 21, that drama, a coming-of-age slice of life with whispers of romance amid cherry blossoms and beach bonfires, marked her dive deeper into mature roles, away from the schoolgirl crushes that defined her early days. Miles, meanwhile, has been juggling flourished peony callbacks and his own variety gigs, but showing up here felt like bookending their shared history. And Dylan Wang? He's in the thick of Live Long and Prosper post-rap, that August 2025 ceremony where he bounded on stage like a puppy off-leash, all energy and no filter. 15 fans couldn't help but mash up clips. Shen Yu's Hangzhou event glow from days prior, where she dazzled in emerald green, juxtaposed with Dylan's adorable on-set bloopers, him fumbling a prop sword, and cracking up the crew. 11. It's as if the universe conspired a trifecta. 3 stars, 3 eras, 1 night to reflect. If you were scripting this, would you add a plot twist? Maybe Dylan crashing the after-party via FaceTime, toasting with mooncakes, and inside jokes from Meteor Garden days? As the medley swelled into their big finale, a reimagined duet from New Life Begins soundtrack, Eternal Loop, with added verses penned just for the gala, the energy shifted from nostalgic to electric. Shen twirled into Miles' arms for a mock waltz, their laughter bubbling over the mics like champagne. 6 years, and it feels like yesterday. Miles ad-libbied, pulling her close enough for the cameras to zoom in on that spark. The audience? Pandemonium. Screams in Mandarin, English, Thai, global F for diehards who'd flown in from as far as Jakarta, clutching lightsticks etched with UOA forever. One fan, a tearful 20-something in a custom Tom Xiaoyu tee, yelled, "Encore with Dylan." And here's where it gets meta. Midway through, the big screens flickered to life with a pre-recorded message from Dylan himself. "Yeah, Miles, break a leg tonight. Can't wait for our next chapter," he said, flashing that killer smirk from a Xinjiang set, wind tousling his hair like he'd just stepped off a Meteor Garden rooftop. 16. Was it planned? Spontaneous? The internet exploded either way, with hashtag #YoADylan reunion trending faster than a K-pop comeback. You can almost hear the edit starting. Fan cam splicing Dylan's clip into the live feed, creating the illusion of a trio harmony that never was, but totally should be. Behind the glamour, though, these moments hit deeper. Shen Yu's journey from Meteor Garden's wide-eyed Shanghai, opposite Dylan's Dao Ming Sea, that whirlwind of sunder attention, to her poised poise now speaks volumes. Remember her Malaysia fan meet just a week back? She spent hours signing posters, hugging fans who'd grown up with her, sharing stories of late-night crams for chemistry tests that mirrored her roles. 19. Miles, the rising polymath who's dipped into music and modeling between dramas like In Love and Pavilion, brings a grounded vibe. His post-performance Weibo update was a simple, grateful for loops that bring us back, with a heart emoji that sent shippers into overdrive. 24. Dylan, ever the enigma, balances blockbuster schedules with quiet philanthropy, but his nods to Shen Yu always feel personal, like that autumn equinox post where he wished old friends well, eyes crinkling in a way that screamed subtext. 16. The Gala? It was their collective exhale after grueling shoots. Shen Yu's summer sprints in Hangzhou heat, Dylan's desert dashes in Xinjiang, Miles' pavilion poses under studio lights. What if you could ask them one question over mooncakes? Would Shen Yu spill on her dream crossover? Miles on balancing hearts and history? Dylan on that unspoken F4 loyalty? As confetti rained and the final bows landed, the air hummed with possibility. Clips from the taping leaked almost instantly, Shen Yu and Miles trading high fives offstage, her giggling at his off-key ad-lib, Dylan's video looping on every fan account, captioned the missing piece. Instagram Reels captured it all. 670 likes on one post alone, comments flooding with "This is the content we live for." And final chapter? Nah, this is just intermission. 22. Broader still, it's a snapshot of C-drama's golden era in 2025. Shen Yu eyeing 4 more projects, from historicals to rom-coms. Miles weaving through ensembles like Flourished Peony. Dylan powering toward "You Are My Fateful Love" vibes that echo his brooding best. 25, 27, 28 fans aren't just watching, they're co-creating, remixing these final chapters into endless sequels. So, reader, what's your take? If this trio announced a joint variety show tomorrow, would you binge it in one night? Drop your dream set list in the comments, or, imagine yelling it from the gala crowd. Because nights like this remind us, in the world of stars like Shen Yu, Miles Wei, and Dylan Wang, every ending is just a setup for the next heartfelt hook. And honestly, we're here for all of it.